of mourners gather to honor former South African President Nelson Mandela. We will take you to Johannesburg for live coverage. Stay tuned. Fox 10 News at 6 a.m. starts right now.
You're watching Fox 10 News at 6 in high-definition television.
Good morning, and thanks for watching Fox 10 News on this Tuesday morning. Today is December 10th. I'm Sarah Wall. Eric Reynolds has the morning off. Let's check in first now with meteorologist Michael White for a look at today's weather forecast. Interesting weather we've been having here, where it's like warm in the morning and cooler in the afternoon. Rains in the morning, sunshine later.
You would think it was December.
You would. Oh, wait, it is December.
It's typically an active month on the Gulf Coast, as we've talked about, and we're very fortunate. You know, we haven't seen any severe weather this month, which is good news, and it still doesn't look like any is on the horizon. And what's even better is that the weather conditions for the rest of this week look to be very good. We're going to see the sky clear this afternoon, and we should have sunshine for the rest of the work week.
I think that sounds great.
Absolutely, and the temperatures feeling like December. Look for yourself. 46 in the Port City. Now the dew point is at 45, and the dew point in Pensacola is at 48. That's good. That means the air is dry and stable. But look at those fierce winds out of the northwest at 12 in Mobile and at 23 in Pensacola. Now we factor those in, and it feels like 41 degrees in Mobile and feels like 43 in Pensacola. So the air has gotten cold and very December-like, and there is a pocket of rain moving from west to east, where the rain has already moved through. You're not going to see it come back. The showers are stretching from about the southern tier of Mobile County up through the eastern fringe of Escambia County, Alabama, with the heaviest rain impacting Walnut Hill, McDavid, and Century in the northern tier of Escambia County, Florida. And that heavy rain pocket will cross over into Escambia County, Alabama, and Santa Rosa County, Florida. The rain will end for everybody by mid-morning, and then we'll see the sunshine reemerge, and things are going to be looking much better for the second half of your Tuesday. We will talk more about that in your full forecast coming up, but also want to give you a quick update that if you are traveling this morning on I-10 eastbound, that is still closed at the Grand Bay exit. The Grand Bay exit on I-10 eastbound is still closed. You're looking at that shot right now. You see all the headlights in the background. That is where the road is completely blocked and people are waiting for the wreck to be cleared. So if that is part of your commute, find another way around. Westbound I-10 is fine, but eastbound is closed. We'll keep updating it throughout the 6 a.m. hour. Sarah?
All right, Michael, thanks. It's now 6:03. Voters in Creola will head to the polls today to decide whether they want to be annexed into the city of Saraland. Before voters cast their ballots today, they will have a lot to think about. Last night, the Satsuma City School Board approved a policy change that will waive tuition for non-resident students who qualify. Officials say most of its 200 non-resident students live in Creola. Voters on both sides of the annexation debate believe the move could impact the outcome of today's referendum.
And that's going to change a lot of people's vote. All these people here that's got most of these yes signs, that's got kids going to school, and and they want to be their kids to go closer instead of Central Nail.
That might have a real good impact because I mean a lot of people can't afford that high price to pay for their children to go to school there.
The polling site will be open today from 7 a.m. until 7 p.m. We will bring you the results tonight here on Fox 10 News and on our website, fox10tv.com. Local leaders are continuing to work to attract Airbus suppliers to set up shop along the Gulf Coast. Mobile County Commissioner Jerry Carl was among the group of Alabama delegates who attended the 2013 Aviation Forum in Hamburg, Germany last week. Commissioner Carl says he met with several Airbus suppliers. We asked him if the county plans to offer any incentives to lure companies to Mobile.
Right now, no one has talked about that, and I hope it doesn't come up. I would prefer, everyone come in an equal playing field. In some situations, we do have to offer money, but hopefully on these suppliers, we won't have to do much.
Airbus received about $158 million in state and local incentives to come to Mobile. Members of the Gulf Coast Aerospace Coalition are in Germany this week as part of an economic development trip. The group is working to establish relationships with potential Airbus suppliers and get them to set up shop in Northwest Florida. Members say they're encouraged about how their talks are going so far, but they caution it could be a few years before any deals are finalized. Members say they're focused on making sure the region provides the training so that when companies come, they have the workforce that can do the job. Aside from meeting one-on-one with suppliers, the coalition is also attending a trade show and hosting an aerospace forum. Mourners gather in South Africa for a massive memorial service honoring Nelson Mandela. More than 100,000 people are attending the memorial near Johannesburg. Let's take a moment now to listen in.
卓绝的努力，取得了反种族隔离斗争的胜利，为彩虹之国的诞生。
Leaders from around the world are taking part in eulogizing the former South African president. This is the largest gathering of world leaders in one place in recent years. President Obama, who already spoke, Britain's Prime Minister David Cameron, Cuban President Raul Castro, as well as presidents from India and Brazil are among those attending. Now, in President Obama's eulogy, he said Mandela was a giant of history who moved a nation toward justice and in the process moved billions around the world. President Obama says Mandela taught us the power of action, but also of ideas, and we can learn from him still. Mandela died last week at the age of 95. He will be buried in his home village on Sunday. Still ahead this morning, the U.S. government is getting out of the auto business 5 years after a massive bailout. The Treasury Department has sold the rest of its General Motors stock. Also, budget cuts at Alabama's Forensic Sciences Department are being blamed for jail overcrowding in Mobile County. Now, Sheriff Sam Cochran is asking legislators for help. And an Atmore couple lands in hot water accused in a lottery scam. Investigators say they were stealing scratch-off lottery tickets and turning it into cash in their pockets. These stories, plus, be sure to send a jacket with the kids this morning and take one for yourself. Temperatures are dropping. It's a chilly, wet start in many areas this morning. Meteorologist Michael White has your Monday weather forecast. It's coming up next. 6:07 is our time right now. Thanks for joining us right here on Fox 10 News, and we'll be right back. It's now 6:10, and we are following two breaking news stories this morning. Mobile police are investigating an apparent shooting at an apartment complex. We're told it happened around 4:30 this morning at campus quarters. That's on University Boulevard near Old Shell Road. Authorities say two people were taken to the hospital. No word yet on their conditions this morning. Also, some more information on a wreck on eastbound I-10 near the Grand Bay exit. Witnesses tell us it was a head-on collision, and there appears to be no survivors. At last check, Alabama troopers are rerouting traffic through Grand Bay Wilmer Road. We will let you know when the interstate is back open.
And as far as maybe the reason
It's now 6:30, and we are following two breaking news stories this morning. First, some more information about a wreck that has shut down part of eastbound I-10 near the Grand Bay exit. Witnesses say a vehicle in the westbound lane crossed the median and hit a vehicle in the eastbound lane head-on. We are told there appear to be no